This is our change era. Hudson Link has been innovators in this field for a long time. We helped relaunch it after Pell and TAP got taken away in the 90s and have been at the forefront of prison education for the last 27 years. We are truly stepping into our own new era where we are focused on really robust programming that extends beyond college and prison programming, changing the systems in which our students are coming into. They're the ones whose voices really need to be heard to change it.
Strategic initiatives is a strategic attempt to make sure that we can advocate, that we amplify, and that we enunciate the needs of formerly and currently incarcerated people across New York State, and now worldwide. That advocacy work looks like a myriad of things. It looks like clemency work, helping people being able to write their letters so they could come home. It looks like advocacy days where we go rally in Albany and we speak to our lawmakers and our legislators about dismantling archaic sentencing.
We've been working on a campaign called Communities Not Cages, which has 3 key bills addressing sentencing reform in New York State: the Marvin Mayfield Act, the Second Look Act, and the Earned Time Act. The overall work that we're doing is to change the narrative of who is incarcerated and that they're worthy of redemption and second chances.
Tonight, we're honoring 2 awardees who have done amazing work towards the Second Look Act: Steve Zeitman with the Second Look Project and the Pillars of Promise.
The Second Look Project grows out of a recognition that once a case is finished, there's no way to say to the people who are controlling your fate, look at who I am now. Do I have to die in here? It just compelled me to do whatever I could to figure out a way to create mechanisms for second looks and send people home who should no longer languish in prison.
Steve saved so many people's lives because without his work, a lot of us would still be inside. In fact, had I not received clemency, there's a good chance I would still be inside. He's like this life-giving force. He gets about 20 letters a week, and over the course of a year, that comes to 1,000 or more letters for help.
People saying, I got 50 to life, I got 75 to life, life without parole. We are a small shop. I rely on students, I rely on senior advisors and people we've worked with in the past, and said we have to jump into this and take as many clients as we possibly can. To date, we brought home 85 people.
How do you thank somebody who's literally saved your life? I don't think you can find a better human being on the face of the earth. Inside, it's so dark, but when you have Steve in your corner, it just gives you that little bit of light, and that's all you need.
To me, this is my pinnacle era. It really does feel like the apex of my career. All I can say is I just have enormous gratitude. I'm humbled.
This is my transition era. 11 months ago today, I came home. We left a lot of people in prison, people that have natural life in prison, 150 years to life, 94 years to life. They don't have a voice. We're here to be that voice.
This work was born out of my experiences with incarceration. I did 24 and a half years in prison, and I had an opportunity to bond with a lot of men who had excessive prison sentences, yet they were doing the utmost to better themselves. I told those guys that when I was released that I would like to be a representative of them in some capacity.
We go up to Albany, we speak to the legislators, and we're bringing ourselves as credible messengers, but we're actually bringing stories from individuals that are inside.
We're leading by example. We're illustrating that we're more than what some may have thought us to be. This is who I am. I'm not the person that committed a crime 25 or 30 years ago. The work is going to continue whether we get an award or not, but it's nice to be recognized. It's a recognition that we're on the right path and that we're doing the right thing.
Some of my best friends have life without parole, and I know that the work that I'm doing can make their steps a little bit lighter and make them feel just a sense of hope. This reward I would dedicate for them.
I've come to think of second looks less about mercy and beneficence. It's rectification. It's the need to rectify, to undo the damage that has been done by decades of over-incarceration, of punitive sentencing, of racially disparate sentencing. We have a crisis of mass incarceration. What are we doing about it?